Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astrogate Mysore. Today I have started a small series of trying to define or explain the intricacies of the divisional charts. People are asking me about it, but I have just done one series of how do we plot divisional charts. Plotting of divisional charts has been done. But now explaining what actually that divisional chart represents. After this, we will be doing giving the results for the chart, and then only after that we will be taking example charts. So it's a long process. So let us do it. So today we are discussing HoRa. HoRa, as I said in my earlier video, the word has come from Ahoratra. Aho and Ratra. HoRa. Why did I write Aho down below in the south of the zodiac? Because this is the east, this is the west, this is the south, and this is the north. So why did I write it in the south and western part of the zodiac? We'll come to it. The Rashi Kundali, which actually has 30 degrees each, which comprises of a full zodiac, which is 360 degrees, that is 30 into 12, is divided first into two equal parts. One is the part which represents the day, ruled by sun. The other one is the part which is represented by moon, which rules the night. So let us understand this. Sun and moon have been allotted Leo and Cancer. They are the lords of Leo and Cancer respectively. Let us put a line starting from 0 degrees Aries. Sorry, I always whenever tell 0 degrees it goes to Aries. 0 degrees Leo to 0 degrees of Aquarius. Okay. So now that the whole zodiac has been cut into two equal pieces, from Sun, the nearest planet, Mercury, the next house for it. Then the next is Venus. Then Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn have been allotted houses. This is the day. Daytime, when there is sunlight. Let us take this as more conscious planets. I'll come to that in detail. Today I'm doing a detailed class slowly. This again has been allotted in the reverse order starting from moon for the same planets, and this is known as Ratra or ruled by moon. The allotment of day and night is a little different. It is not that easy as I showed it here. I'll come to that in next another 5-10 minutes. I'll be clearing that. The period of light and the period of darkness. The period of light is ruled by sun. We all know this. In the daytime, sun rules the day and moon rules the night. The planets which are posited in a chart over these rashis will have a different trait, will acquire a different strength. The planets which are placed in these 6 rashis will acquire a different trait or strength. These planets will be more conscious, truthful, sometimes rude, cruel, and realistic. These planets which will be placed here in this half will be dreamy in the virtual world. They don't want to be in the real world, and imaginative. So, sun represents duty, hard work, toiling, sweating, effort, putting a lot of effort, doing things themselves, and also represents elders and ancestral property. Moon represents ease, comfort, luck, blessing of elders. Blessing of elders is like that you got a gift of property. It's not that it came because of the worth. It came as a gift. So planets in this half gives a lot of aspiration. That is a motivation because of aspiration, which has actually emanated from the dreams. They are very content. The planets which are sitting there, though the planets might represent that house of craving, but once it is sitting in that half of the moon, the planets will start becoming content. The native will be humble. Let us say the Lagna is posited there, and it represents the mind. They are very soft, compassionate people, comfortable in their lifestyle, and peaceful. So this is the half which I am explaining. So coming to this half again, vigorous, kingly in nature, demands respect. Those planets which are sitting there, and ruling, authority, leadership, they will demand respect, will have the ego, and the soul is represented by this particular part of the Rashi. So, this has been very nicely explained in Saravali by Kalyana Varma. So, let us go into other softer details. These are more softer, childish, and meditative in nature, because all these traits are very important to understand, because these are the planets which are sitting there will acquire them. The traits of the planets which are sitting in this half will acquire dignity, identity, maturity, and realism. Again, I am talking about realism, realistic. The goals are realistic. So, now coming to the day and night allotment. The 4 Rashis starting from moon are allotted the night. And the 4 Rashis starting from sun are allotted the day. Just write the capital letter D for understanding that they are day. But the remaining 2 in the upper half, they represent the day, while the remaining 2 in the lower half, which are owned by Saturn and Jupiter, they represent the night. So that means this whole thing is not just an ellipse or a circle. It becomes the night suddenly goes down into these places. So it starts from here, goes here, and then suddenly goes down into these two charts, these 2 Rashis. And here the day suddenly goes here. So this is the day. You can see the day. So these fellows all represent the day, and these Rashis represent the night. So it is infinite. It has a loop. That is how the HoRa is defined. The simple definition of a HoRa which was done earlier was that every Rashi is divided into two equal parts, where the first half of an odd Rashi is represented by Sun, and the second half of an odd Rashi is represented by Moon. Then again the first half of an even Rashi is represented by Sun. The second half of an even Rashi is represented by, the reverse, the Moon, and the second half is represented by Sun. So what is actually happening here? The night is ruled like this. So it's not exact. So let us understand that HoRa divides the whole zodiac into two equal parts, and also it divides each Rashi into two equal parts, 15 degrees each. Earlier we divided the 360 degrees into 180 and 182 pieces, two semicircular arcs. And then now we are internally dividing each Rashi into two equal parts, 15 degrees each. For every odd Rashi, the first half is represented by Sun, that is the day. The second half is represented by Moon, that is the night. For every even Rashi, so the odd Rashis are these 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So the other ones are odd, even. So the even Rashis are first divided by two pieces. The first piece represents the Moon, the second half represents the Sun. So it's a little complicated. You need to understand the HoRa in detail to understand what results HoRa will give. So I will have at least have to do another 2 sessions on the HoRa chart. Only after that I'll be able to take up the example charts. So thank you very much for today's class.